I accidentally skipped 20. For number 20, when we're finding standard deviation, we want to make a table. So our first step in calculating standard deviation is finding the mean of the values. So remember, the notation for mean is x bar. So to find the mean, you're going to add everything up and then divide by the number of data points you have, which is 6 in this case. So you're adding the 6 numbers together, which gives us 78. And so 78 divided by 6 is 13, I believe. Yeah, so 13. So the mean of this data set is 13. The table, we start by listing each of the data values. It's best to order just so you can kind of make sure that you're subtracting right. So I'm going to list 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18. And then the next column, we're listing that value x bar. I'm just going to write it with the first one and then draw an arrow to note that it's all the same. To do the second column, I'm literally taking my x value and subtracting that 13 from it. And so that's going to give us, so 8 minus 13 is negative 5. 10 minus 13 is negative 3. 12 minus 13 is negative 1. 14 minus 13 is positive 1. 16 minus 13 is positive 3. 18 minus 13 is positive 5. The next column, we're going to take that x minus x bar value, so the number that we just wrote down, and square it. And so this is that last step before we actually calculate the standard deviation. So if I square each of these, remember it's positive. So if you're not doing this, if you're doing this in your calculator rather than in your head, make sure you either put parentheses around the number before you square it or just use the positive number. So remember that these are always positive. So this is going to be 25, then 9, then 1, then 1, then 9, then 25. And so we're adding all of these together, and then that value is going to be used in the standard deviation. So if I have 25 and 25, I have 50, 9, and then 10 and 10. So that's going to give me 70. So if I add those all up, I get 70. So remember that the symbol for standard deviation is sigma, kind of looks like an O. To do that, I'm taking the square root of that value 70 divided by the 6. So I'm dividing first and then taking the square root. Or you're plugging it into your calculator like that. So square root of 70 divided by 6 is about 3.4. Okay, so the standard deviation of this data set is about 3.4.